On first down, Manning. And incomplete to open things up.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Vontez Burfict, the one to get him down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They fake the handoff. Now Manning. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he takes this down deep into Cincinnati territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. And he's got it. And give him a full 10 yards there. 2nd and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley taking it in. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Over here, 68! Hey, go, 368. There you go. We're good. Go, on the ball. We're good. On the ball.
They go play action here on first down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Olivier Vernon in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. It's second down. Dalton looking. He's going to air one out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Beckham, the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. New York set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Now Manning. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Let's go. Zebra.
On second down, here's Manning. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Zebra.
Throwing on first down is Manning. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out. Throwing, Dalton. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Play fake. Here's Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now out come the Giants. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
A handoff to Barkley. And he's got some space here. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
I don't want to downplay the run, but that's exactly what I expected out of him coming out of college. When I look back at my draft analysis, one of the highest-rated players on my board, a 3-down back who could do everything. And one of the best parts of his game is what he does when he doesn't have the football, because he carries it really well, but he blocks equally as well as pass protects for his quarterback. I think he's going to be special.
And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Manning now on first down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Carlos Dunlap coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
He dumps it off to Barkley. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taken with the defense will give him.
Receiver.
Into the red zone now. Manning. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him. His second sack now of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. On play action. Now Manning. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And that'll make it third down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play. Just on a...
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap getting him once again. His third sack of the afternoon. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty. But there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it, and everyone knows it on the other side. That's when you get your best jumpers on the other side of the field and try and get up and get it.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. They'll begin here with Bernard. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Go, on the ball. 93, 52, 93, 44. Here you go.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this.
2-2. Move. Go.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
On the ball.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Go, on the ball. Check, 93's the mic.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And Bullock will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Manning now on first down. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. Working from the gun, Manning. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and it's third and short.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Manning to throw on second down. Steps away. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Michael Johnson in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Third and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. Shotgun now for Manning. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's taken to the 26. That's it for the first. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On the run, it's Mixon, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Play action here with Dalton. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. B.J. Goodson not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. So the sack, and now it's third and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Dalton sets up play action, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Olivier Vernon in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Here's Beckham. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Caught Harrison in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd and long, it's Manning. And this is going to be incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. You got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Good.
Dalton throwing on second down. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. Dalton to his big target, Eifert, for the Cincinnati first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
59.
Mixon with a first down carry. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Go, on the ball. On the ball.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Go, on the ball. On the ball. Five-oh.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They'll run again with Bernard. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4.
Go, on the ball.
And the pitch goes to Mixon. A beautiful fake. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Alec Ogletree in on the stop. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Here's a give to Mixon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And what is going on here? I've got 3rd down. Screen shows 3rd down, but they've got the punt team out there. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. They're holding on right now. To that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
They'll run it again with Barkley. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carlos Dunlap in there yet again. My goodness, make it 5 sacks for him now in this one game alone. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Manning to throw on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
They'll go to Barkley again, and they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Manning looking to throw it. It's caught. Beckham. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham, 34 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Rosas now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Bengals getting set to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
5-0. Over here. You're good. Go.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And an alley to run. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Play action now, Dalton. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Giant territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 49 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. Here's a run with Mixon, and he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. And this will be recovered by the Giants. And that ought to just about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
On the ball! On the ball! Hey, get ready for something coming left.
Dalton off play action. He'll buy some time right. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off play action. Dalton. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Manning gonna throw here. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Manning again here on 2nd and 10. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And oh, it'll be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game.